So we were commenting about you and ice hockey in Kenya. Would you tell us the whole story? Would you tell us how is this running and how this program is encouraging young kids?
Is your camera working, Faith?
I'm trying. It's not working.
Okay, well then
yesterday I had a Zoom meeting and it was working. Right now I don't know what's the problem.
Oh, well then we just talk. It's like radio.
Okay.
Yeah, tell us. I told the audience a little bit about it, but maybe you can start with like what is this with this ice hockey thing in Nairobi and you?
Oh, sorry, come up again.
Yeah, just to introduce you to the audience who don't know you, what is this thing with ice hockey in Nairobi and you? What is the story about that?
We usually play ice hockey. We started with, most of the kids start with roller skating, and after they transit to ice skating, because we don't have too much time for ice skating, it's a paid session. So when we're playing the roller skating, usually kids see us play, and most of the time they are the kids from not fortunate background, and they usually want to join us because they are just on the street. They want, they're from slums. They just want to see us play, and after we invite them and they start playing with us.
Mm-hmm. I mean, people wonder about ice hockey anyway. So, and I know that there is a national team in Nairobi, right?
Yeah, we have national team in Nairobi.
Men's team, and you're part of this men's team?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. How did this happen? How did you get into this team? Would not happen in Germany.
The consistency, I was just consistent with playing and also being aggressive, and that's why I joined them. Because for a lady, usually it's a bit difficult to play with the male. So when you're aggressive and consistent with what you're doing and you show hard work, they will just invite you to play with them.
And do they take care of you? I mean, do they play differently when you're there, or is it as hard as men's hockey?
It's quite hard. They don't play differently nowadays. At the beginning, they used to play differently, but nowadays, no, they don't.
But you still have all your teeth?
Yeah, I use a helmet with cage. So
okay. Sure.
Safe.
Yeah, would be a shame. Such a beautiful woman. Yeah. So we were interested in the effects or how this. I mean, you just told us how they join in. Can you tell a little bit more? I mean, what kids are they? Where are they coming from? And then also your approach to them, is it quite organized, or is it just as it happens? I mean, what is the story on this kind of? I thought it looks like a kind of a youth work in slum areas, right?
Yeah. Most of the kids are not very well financially, and when they join us, it has a very positive impact on their view of life, how they interact with other people, that is socially, education-wise. Also, we see great improvement in terms of when you're from the slum, you lack proper guidance most of the time. Because you're constantly thinking, okay, maybe your parents are constantly thinking on how to provide for you. So they're not around the house most of the time. But when they join us, they get to have that guidance from us, from people who joined even before me. For example, they guide us, they tell us, if you have some problem, just open up, we will support you. It has a very positive impact and how they view their life also.
Faith, how has this activity, joining the hockey team and doing the hockey, changed your own life? How was it before and how is it today? Which has been your story through it?
Sorry, which has been my?
Your story on it.
Your story, how has it changed your life, or if it has?
Yeah, it has greatly. For example, when I was in university back then, if it was not for hockey, I think I wouldn't be, I think I would be suspended or expelled from school because you have a lot of free time at your disposal. So most of the time you're just going to drink, party, you understand? But when you have hockey, you thinking, no, tomorrow I have a game, no need to go drinking to party or something like that. So for me, it has a very positive impact. I graduated my university because of hockey. It gave me a lot of focus on my study. That's
How do you think? How do you think? Do you know other stories? How do you think these improves lives? Why sport and not any other type of activity? I mean, it could be football, or it could be poetry, or it could be art, or it could be anything. Which is the factor that you think is special about this?
I'll speak about my experience.
Okay.
So for us, usually hockey gives us the exposure first. We get the exposure. Some people travel to, maybe let's say there was a time they traveled to Korea. There was a time they traveled to Canada. That's exposure. Apart from that, even if you didn't travel, you're still in Kenya. We have events, we have tournaments, which gives us the exposure. So we can meet people like ambassadors, CEOs, politicians, and they are kind of role model. They model how you're thinking. They model your career thinking also. So when you get exposed in that way, you start to think, okay, maybe I need to make my life better. Maybe I have to be like so and so. So I have to focus. I have to work hard. That's how, for me, hockey has modeled me and my career.
That's interesting. Do you plan on taking over, maybe creating your own team, or is there any plans for you to keep it further? Are you planning to stop at some point? How do you see your future in relation to this program?
We plan to help the younger girls have their own team. It's something we have in plan. I'm not going to stop, and even if I will stop playing, maybe I will just be part of them in some one way or another. I will not stop playing. If I will stop playing, let's say, I will help the younger generation to form a team, and also to how I can say it, to help other generation to form a team like that.
Okay, Faith, being a young woman, like in Kenya today, what are the type of opportunities that you can get? Like, you are a professional, you graduated from the university, right? Which is the regular, let's say, context for a young woman in Kenya? We know that you are exceptional, right? You did this, but what would like a regular girl do in Kenya? Which are the opportunities that the school or the university can give to a young woman in Kenya? How do you see this?
Education-wise or sport-wise?
Yes, education-wise.
Oh, for a young woman, we have opportunities that are presented to us equally like the male counterparts.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just the woman to know what they want, to work hard towards building their career and break the intergenerational cycle of poverty, because we are still in the third world. So it's them to know what they want. We have the opportunities, they're presented to us, even though it's quite difficult because the universities and schools nowadays are producing a lot of graduates and market can't absorb everyone. So you find you graduated, maybe you don't have a work, you didn't get a job, you don't have the finances to even start business, something like that. But we just encourage the younger generation or the younger women to keep focusing and to know what they want and work towards it.
Okay. Do you perceive equality? You perceive more opportunities for men than for women? How do you see this as a woman?
I still think most of the organization or the job market would prefer to take the male as compared to the women, yeah, because it's, yeah, even when you're pregnant, let me say when you're pregnant, no one will want to employ you at that time because you will take some time off, you see. So they prefer the male part because they're always there. They can't take the leave for maternity or something, yeah. It's still not very balanced.
Okay. And do you think that the practice of the hockey, you know, has given you like more confidence as a woman to you know, to go into this, let's say, competitive work field with men? Do you think it has given you a strength or confidence? Do you think it works like that, or?
Yeah, it has. First, when you go for hockey, you play, and then you just relaxed, you're calm, and you know you have, even if I need some financial support, I can go ask, let me say, my team manager, I can go ask someone from the team and they'll support me. So you're not very tensed when you're doing your education, maybe, or something. You're calm down, you're calm, you know, I got this and I have some people who have me, they have my back. So it gives you the confidence.
And what would be your advice to other young women in Kenya and maybe any other places in the world about gaining confidence, about this way of empowering themselves? What would you advise them?
What I would advise them is to focus, and most importantly, know what you want in life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any support for that, to find that way
Of knowing what you want?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. You can just check in career-wise or education-wise, you can check what you want. You can check what you want to be in future. And after, work hard towards it. We have internet nowadays. You can Google anything and check which one is best, which one is not best. And then you can decide. Even if you made a mistake previously, it doesn't cancel or it doesn't disqualify you from picking up yourself and doing something else.
Yeah, but you mentioned that if you're not coming from more wealthy family, middle class family, that it's hard to to have a mentor, right? I mean, so people are just on the street. Isn't that much more difficult to find a way to get all this information, or is there any kind of support for these people?
Yeah, it's true, it's very difficult because first, maybe they don't have internet, so they cannot even check or Google. They don't have the exposure also. It might be difficult. So maybe what we can help or how they can be helped is having the outreach programs whereby, like, for example, us Kenya Ice Hockey, we can just take 2 days where everybody is free and create sensitization of the masses in slum, let's say. We can go there, we can tell them this and this. They will know. From there, they will know, oh, there's something like internet, or there's something like this, or there's something like this. And after they will have the knowledge.
Mm-hmm. But from what I know, has that changed? I mean, like your organization has not much funding from the government, right?
No, we don't get funding from the government.
So what you do with your sports, it's just your own initiative, no? To help your other young people, right?
Yeah, it is. And we get donations from all over the world, thanks to that. And thanks to all those people who are willing to support our initiative.
Okay, that's really nice. Well, Faith, it has been great to know about this story, and it makes us think about tools for empowerment, tools to gain confidence, right, in the things you know and in the things that you can do in life. It help us, like, understand that any physical activity, as we were talking with Hector Kanomi yesterday, anything that can give you, it can be the arts, it can be, but confidence, self-confidence is a very important key for anybody, women or men or kids or youngsters, to grow, right? To have the faith into the future and into building your own path. As you were saying before, is about knowing what you want and finding out what you want to do with your life, right? Yeah. So it's the confidence of finding your voice. We've been talking about finding your voice now for 3 days, which is fun. Okay, thank you so much, Faith, for being with us today, and thanks for taking the time of sharing your story. And it's been great to meet you.
Okay, thank you very much, and I would love to meet you too, all of you. One day, it's possible.
For sure. Thanks so much.
Have a great day.
Have a great day, Faith.
Okay, you too. Have a great day.